Hey guys, Patrick Kidwin here with Natural Lake Biosciences. Super excited to tell you guys that we have launched a new service, laboratory service, the Sediment Phosphorus Fractionation, coming to you for 2025. One of the most important tests that you can have performed on a lake. It gives direct estimate into internal phosphorus cycling that's driving filamentous and planktonic algae blooms, and allows us to accurately dose and fix sediment phosphorus release from those sediments with products like Metafloc and muck biotics. And so today I want to go over how to accurately collect a sample from the sediments. And we have made this and tried to make it as streamlined and easy as possible for you guys out in the field. And what you will be receiving is sample kits, which have everything that you need to be able to do the sampling properly, except for the equipment. It comes in with an overnight return label, shipping return label. You got your sediment jars. You got cool packs to keep it cool. Sharpies. It comes with a cooler for you to ship back. And then all you have to do is collect the sediment. And so in this next part, I'm going to show you guys how to accurately collect sediment. Okay, now we're going to actually take a sediment sample. And so the first thing you need to find out is where to take the sediment sample. You know, for most lakes, you're going to be doing this before you even arrive, and it's going to depend on the size of the lake. So if it's less than 10 acres, most of the time, all you'll need is one sample from the deepest point. If it's a much larger lake and had varying different depth changes and different pockets and so forth, we might need a couple extra samples. I would say less than 50 acres, you're probably just going to need still only 2 samples, depending on the shape, where you'll need it from the deepest point and then the average depth area, and then we can be able to figure out dosing and so forth from there. Once you figure out how many samples you're going to need, you're going to want to be able to go out and make sure that you're taking it from the accurate depth. If you don't already have it mapped out, you can use a handheld depth finder like this one and just shoot it into the water and be able to find where that deep point is and the average depth. The next thing you're going to do is anchor the boat and then get your Ekman dredge ready to go. A variety of different companies sell these. These are a great tool to just have if you're doing benthic invertebrate surveys and so forth. But I'm going to show you how to use this specifically for collecting sediment data and putting it in a jar and sending it to us. So I'm going to show you how to use the Ekman dredge now. And the whole idea for collecting sediment is to be able to capture the top 10 centimeters of sediment. That's the active zone of sediment on average that's going to drive plants and algae growth within your pond. So we want to sample from the top 10 centimeters. And just to give you some reference, that is marked right here with this Sharpie. That's the top 10 centimeters. So if you're doing a benthic invertebrate study, most of the time you'll be pulling this over and dumping the whole remains into a bucket, and then doing a count on midge flies or whatever invertebrates you're looking at. For sediment phosphorus fractionation, we do not want anything below this line. Essentially, we want to be able to capture the sediment and scoop from this top 10 centimeters, because that's what we're interested in for internal loading and being able to dose properly. So first thing you're going to do with this is lock the springs, and never put this on you as you're locking. You always put it away from you. You don't want to get caught up in this. It's a lot of pressure coming on. So once the springs are locked, I like to hold the messenger, which is going to be delivered down to release the springs as I bring it down into the water, lowering it down slowly, bringing it down, and I'm in the spot that I need to be based on depth, lowering it down. And then you want to make sure that line is nice and taut. Deliver the messenger, and then I always give it a couple yanks so that we know that that messenger has hit that trigger mechanism, so that when we pull it up, we'll actually get some sediment like so. And you can see quite a bit of muck on this old small pond. And so what you're going to do from here is you can still hold it over the boat, remove the messenger, get your sample bottle, and you're going to open up these flaps like so and collect that mucky sediment from the top. Okay, so we've collected the sample. It's properly labeled. The next thing you're going to do before shipping it is you're going to fill out this the form, which is it's all paperless. You're going to go to this QR code, scan it, fill out the required information so that we know when we receive the sample who it's coming from, what you guys are testing, everything that we need to know to be able to get the sediment sample run. And then you're going to ship this overnight with the kit that already comes with you in the cooler with the overnight label. And with that, you have just completed a sediment phosphorus